Hello, and welcome back to Robots Don't Age. With me again today is my co-host, Kiani. Kiani, how you doing?
Hello, everybody. I'm pretty motherfucking good as usual.
And today's episode, we will be talking about the TX, but of course that comes later from the popular quote-unquote Terminator 3 Judgment Day. But first, Kiani, what have you been up to?
Okay, so I've been working on my vibe check paintings, which are essentially I create a custom cosmic being for you, a painting. They're little 5x7 paintings, and it is based off the vibe that your Instagram and or TikTok gives off. So if anyone is interested in one of those, they are for sale on my website, which is abundancestudio.com, and with shipping, they run about $33. So there's that. They're a lot of fun. They've actually really been working my creativity and everyone's Instagrams and their vibes, and like getting to see all these different people is like really giving me a lot of inspiration. And so it's been really dope and I really enjoy it. I have also I'm also working on a piece that is essentially a submission for a artist residency program in New York City. So I would, once I send in the submission, which I also have to write 2 papers for this, which I suck dick at fucking writing papers. So
And not in the way that you're actually good at, but in a
yeah,
way that is just unfortunately
like
displeasurable, I imagine.
it's the first time I think that teeth might be a good idea, that kind of thing.
That's rough.
Yeah, it's rough. Like
My level of writing, Professor, is roughly like a blowjob with teeth.
That is exactly it. That is my writing ability. It's like reading a text message from a 15-year-old. But anyway, so I submit this shit, and if I am chosen, I would move into a luxury apartment complex in Manhattan, and I would be regularly commissioned by them to create pieces. So it's essentially like I live there in exchange for commissions, but I also, once the commissions are over the point of what the rent would essentially be, like I get paid as well. So there's that, which is awesome.
Well, I'm pretty sure the rent in an upstate, nice, fancy apartment, or what was it again in Manhattan? You said it was a fancy.
A luxury apartment complex in Manhattan.
Oh, a luxury apartment complex. Okay, so a luxury apartment complex in Manhattan. That's like what, $600-700 a month, probably, maybe a little more,
Maybe
a couple extra dollars.
probably closer to like 3 to 5 grand. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, that sounds like fancy living.
Yeah, and it's like a 1-bedroom apartment situation, but it's only for a year. But I'm really, hoping that this pans out the way I would love for it to, because I feel like the opportunities would be amazing. Like the people I would meet, the contacts I would create, like it would be very beneficial to the Abundant Studio game, okay? Like I think it would be a fantastic experience. So
Jet Set and Keanu Kern goes around the world painting and interviewing people. It's really fascinating how she's managed to combine these two things with her love of art.
with her love of art, it's fantastic. I can see it now. I can see it now.
No, it sounds really cool though. I'm proud of you, man. I hope you get it. You're definitely putting in the work. If it sounds like you're doing one painting a night at least.
Yeah, I really am. And it's crazy because like the more I do, because I feel like it used to take me longer. And not that I don't put in the same amount of effort and quality into it, but I feel like I'm honing my skill and I can pump things out. It's like my brain works faster almost. The more you do something, the
Yeah, and
better
you're a
you
little
get at
more
it.
confident.
Yeah. Like I'm getting a little bit more of a oomph. I'm just like, fuck yeah. I could do this. People are loving this shit.
Look at this. People are paying me to do this once a day.
Yeah. And I've been sending like these little notes about like the vibe that I get from everybody and stuff. And like I've had a bunch of people message me and they're just like, that was so sweet. I almost cried. And it makes me, because I'm generally like a really happy, upbeat see the sunshine and everything kind of fucking person, and it makes me feel really good to bring that to other people, to like spread my happy to other people. Like it ain't even about the money. It's just fucking great to be able to do that.
It does sound like you have finally found something that makes you happy as, an artist, which is truly inspiring to see.
Oh, thanks, man. I'm pretty fucking. I'll be inspiring myself lately. I'm just like, goddamn, yeah, bitch. You kind of dope. Not to suck my own dick, but yeah.
But the fact that you can suck your own dick alone is just so impressive.
I had that surgery. You remove ribs. And shit.
Oh yeah, I got a couple ribs removed.
Yeah, that one.
I know I said that I was inspired with like the flat emotion of a robot, but I didn't really have a reply. It really is though nice seeing you like being so active and getting things done and progressing like I always knew you would.
It's just nice to find, because I feel like as an artist, like, and I know there's many different mediums, but like with painting and drawing and stuff like that, like I feel like it's really kind of hard to find like your curve and find a place to be. And so I feel like I'm starting to get a handle on that and finding it and finding ways to be like, hey, let me push it this direction, or let me push it this direction, or let me, utilize it in this way. Because I feel like I tried so many things before this, and me just like, oh, well, art just has to be a side thing. It can't be my main thing. And I feel like I'm finding more and more ways to make it my main thing. And that just feels really good.
Yeah, this isn't the fucking 1700s, man. You don't have to wait until you're dead to be appreciated for your art anymore.
I know. But I feel like we've talked about this before. I feel like the generations before us have kind of pushed an ideal of how things should be upon us growing up. And so, it was kind of different to break out of that, because you're supposed to grow up and get a good job, but your job has benefits. Like, bitch, I don't care. My soul is rotting on the inside of my body. I can't.
Well, we cap out at $29 an hour. Oh, great! I can buy a handgun then.
Yay! To protect the house that I am indebted forever, because
no, to shoot myself in that house because I've worked here for 35 goddamn years and I hate myself.
And every time I pay my mortgage, my mortgage of $900, only $100 of it goes towards the fucking principal, and the rest the bank is raping me for.
It's okay though. I get to see my cat from time to time because I'm always at work.
It's nice. I can afford a Netflix subscription.
Anyways, is that all you've been up to?
Yeah, pretty much. I just got the next 3 Descender volumes in the mail, so I cannot wait to start fucking reading those. And I've also still been reading Zoe Punches the Future in the Dick, which I just fucking am in love with, but we're not going to get into that because we'll do that later in life.
Yeah, since you brought it up and we are going to go to my recents now, I did finish Zoe Punches the Future in the Dick. I will have to reread it because I didn't take any notes, but I do remember quite a bit of it.
Same. I'm so glad you didn't, because I did the same fucking thing. I'm like, God damn it, bitch. I was too into it. Like, to stop and take notes. I got like halfway through the book and I was like, bitch, you were supposed to be taking notes this whole time.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking, because like I started reading, I'm like, all right, well, I'm only 2 chapters in, I can start taking notes, but I didn't stop to take notes. And then like I would just pick up the book and keep reading, like, yeah, I'll remember enough to take notes after I'm done. And it's been weeks, I still have not taken notes.
I'm glad we're on the same page of having to reread it.
But likewise, I also have the other Descenders. They're sitting actually right next to me.
Nice.
I'm pretty excited to get started into those. Only 3 more to go before we finish the Descender run. Then we have to decide if we're going to move on to Ascender, but we can talk about that later.
Yes.
But yeah, after these 3 Descender volumes, pretty nice. Haven't gotten into those yet. I've been doing the NaNoWriMo challenge, and by the time this episode drops, it'll be December 4th, so November will be over. But as of right now, we're recording this on November 17th, and I am at 34,205 words out of 50,000.
Whoop, whoop.
I'm not looking forward to going back into the editing. It's probably going to be a little bit of an incoherent mess, But this is definitely more about getting the words on paper and less about being picky about every single thing you're putting down, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
I am not putting out L. Ron Hubbard-esque numbers like I joked about in previous episodes, because I don't know if you know this, Kiani, but doing 4,500 words in a day is a little shy of impossible for most people.
I'm sure it's fucking daunting. I can't even imagine. I used to fucking just be distraught with anxiety when a fucking English teacher told me I had to write a 4-page paper. I'm like, how the fuck am I supposed to write it? That's insane! What the fuck can you write for 4 whole pages? Can I double space it? No! God damn it!
Do you have any idea how many pages that is? Yeah, 4.
Yeah, fuck. I can't. It just no. My brain does not. My ADD does not allow that. It does not. Like I could have that many thoughts in my head, but to like verbalize it and put it on paper, I'm like, I don't know about that.
Yeah, as of right now, I feel like it's progressed pretty well. I assume I'm still on track to be complete with it within the time limit. You know, by the end of November. By the time this episode drops, obviously, I will know for sure whether or not I completed the task. But I know once I'm done actually writing this first draft, I'm not going to come back to revisit this for many, 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 many months. I am getting to the point now where if I just open the file, I'm like, oh shit, I got to put out at least like 1,200 words today to like feel like I did a fucking thing.
You're like, I need a break. You're gonna need a break after all of that. That's a lot of work, though. Yeah. I'm really fucking proud of you. Like, you're talking about me putting in all this fucking work. Like, I'm proud of you for putting in all this work. I'm not gonna lie, I really feel like us having this podcast and sitting down and talking with each other, I feel like it really helps with the accountability because, like, I mean, yes, obviously I do this stuff because I enjoy it. It makes me feel good. But sometimes, like, things can feel daunting at times. And so it's kind of nice to, like, have somebody to be like, okay, I gotta have something for us to sit and talk. It's just nice to have somebody to help to hold you accountable.
I agree. I mean, it helps to talk about it, especially with other people listening. Hopefully, you know, they're inspired to do things themselves.
Yes. Do it. Go for it. Whatever the fuck it is.
Just do it.
Just do it.
And speaking of just doing it, we are about to go to our commercial break and come back and talk about the TX.
Chinchino.
Hey there, it's Agent the Masterful Dude of Dudeliness, the face that runs the place, the host with the most from the Fan Freaks podcast, and you're listening to Robots Don't Age, and you should listen more, and more, and more, and more.
And we're back, talking about the TX. Alright, Terminator 3, main antagonist being the TX. It is the first female antagonist in the entire series, and she has the abilities to make her boobs grow at will, so that's something. Kiani, how'd you feel about that intro?
With her being naked and just strutting the fuck in there? Fuck yeah.
I mean, she popped in like a regular Terminator.
I was just like, oh damn. Oh damn, okay. I was like, it's a chick. Yes, please. I liked it.
Instantly dresses in like red leather, gets a really nice car.
Yeah, off jump. I like your car. Like, it's like everything she said, like everyone else I feel like was really bland, like, I like this, or I'm going to take this. But she's just like, it's just, and it's probably because it's a woman, but it's just like hypersexualized.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's what I was like referring to when she gets pulled over by the cop and she looks at the billboard and makes her boobs grow. And that's how she tries to get out of it. Like, yeah. No, she has the ability to do that. That's fine.
That's fine. That's cool. That's cool.
Fuck it. It's the early 2000s. It's an action movie. All right.
I mean, they can shapeshift into whatever, so I mean, it fucking makes sense. She's like, oh, I'm gonna make my tits huge.
Oh, men like big breasts. Looks down. Alright, so the TX as a Terminator actually has a lot of upgrades from the past 2 installments, you know, being the T-1000 and the T-800.
I definitely noticed that. I was like, she has a shitload of fucking upgrades, yet he comes back basic as fuck.
I mean, that's kind of what I want to focus on too, is like the notable differences, because with the T-1000, and as you'd heard in the last episode, he was mostly liquid, he could make blades out of his arms. And he
Yeah.
could, he was like the perfect stealth unit, but the TX comes in like a fucking tank, basically.
Yeah, like I just thought I was like, man, like that's like above and beyond. Like I just felt like it was just I don't know, it just like took it times a fucking 1015 and he's still just like a fucking Nokia flip phone and and she's the most upgraded, the newest phone you can fucking think of.
It's like being chased down by an iPhone X that isn't fragile.
That exactly. That you
I know
don't.
we're past the X, but it's the TX. It just works, people. Don't fucking tweet me about that.
Except it comes with a headphone jack.
Oh, yeah, it does. No, but she has like that really cool electric cannon, flamethrower arm.
Yeah, I thought that was really dope. I'm just like, she can do all these excessive fucking. She's like a combination. You know what I'm saying? It's like they took the original Terminator and mixed it with the one from 2, the Liquid dude. So she's like a fucking combo on crack.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you have the nanobot technology. That one's pretty obvious. But then you have like the exoskeleton or endoskeleton, whatever. Yeah, endoskeleton that resembles the original Terminator a little bit, except it's got the blue light difference to it, and the built-in weaponry, which kind of shows like Skynet evolving because you can't be sent back in time with any weapons. That's why the T-800 in all the movies has to get his weapons by knocking people out, or why the T-1000 like made blades and had to get the weapon from the cop. Whereas she just has like the flamethrower in the hand, the electric cannon. She can fucking steal a car with her finger or control cars remotely before cars even had computers in them like that.
That shit. That was one of the notes I had, was like the fact that she could control cars with her fucking mind, bro. Like what the fuck?
Yeah, I'm watching this, and I think the movie was put out in like 2003, 2004. And I mean, I'm pretty sure the police cars didn't have any computers in there like that. But hey, fuck it. It was a pretty cool idea.
I liked it. I thought that was a really cool concept for her to be able to just run other electric things. Period. Like I can just take this over and fucking ram them into the side of you.
Yeah, I mean, talking about taking things over and ramming into the side, spoilers for later on in the movie, but it's shown that she actually has the ability to take over other Terminators, like when she takes over the T-800, and actually tries to get him to kill John Connor.
He actually brings that up, like when they're driving in the truck and he like cuts that thing out of his chest and like because it was destabilizing and like throws it out the fucking window. He states that she has the ability to do that. Like he already knew that was possible.
I do understand though, like she's still not. Maybe it's the movie itself because I just don't enjoy Terminator 3 as much as the first two.
Yeah.
But I can see why people still prefer the T-1000 to the TX though. I don't know. That's just me.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because even though she has all the built-in weapons, it feels kind of cheap if, like, you, for instance, have to fight someone and their hand transforms into a cannon, as opposed to, like, the earlier Terminators, they have to go find weapons. It's a little more improvising, a little less built-in, I don't know, cheats? Tricks?
Oh, almost like she, I don't know, like she's just, like, excessive and showy. Like, here's this brand new fancy sports car that can do all these fucking things, and like, but we're gonna put it up against a fucking Tonka truck that you gave your toddler. Like,
it's like having just like a big older model truck going against one of the new sleek Teslas.
Yeah. It's almost like, I don't want to say unfair, but like it just seems like it's not much of a competition. Like she doesn't have to, like, I don't know. There's like not, it's not, I feel like the 1 and 2, like I feel like you kind of had to work harder, like you said, like you had to go find weapons and you had to, like, I feel like it's just hella smooth for her, so it's not like, I don't know.
There's a part where John's talking to Arnold, let's call him Arnold, and he mentioned the fact that essentially like she's a Terminator of Terminators. Mm-hmm. She's going back to not only kill them, but obviously like I guess they're prepared for a T-800 to pop up. And he's just this old hulky model. Like, I mean, I think he's a little more upgraded than the previous versions, but like in comparison to the TX, and not much.
He's basically the same.
Yeah, you're dealing with a slightly better version of the T-800, whereas like she, as I mentioned, has like all these built-in weaponries, the regrowable skin, custom boob growth, which of course you gotta have, and the ability to take over Terminators. I mean, that's kind of the trump card there.
Yeah, she really does have like a trump card.
But you know what I did notice in this movie, and I think kind of carries out through the next one, and a few other Terminators, what you really just need to beat these robots is really powerful magnets.
Yeah. Yeah.
When they're running in the particle accelerator and they flip on the magnet and it starts like ripping off the nanobots and separating her, I just couldn't help but think about like there's a part in Terminator Salvation where a giant tank robot is like sucked through the air with a giant magnet, and I'm like, that's really all you need, isn't it? Just really well placed magnets.
Why didn't anyone think of this?
At the very least, like, you're going to be able to stop the Terminator from moving so you can deactivate it. I don't know if it's foolproof for every one, but I feel like you can knock out 80% of the Terminators you come across with one really good magnet.
I would have to agree. That sounds like pretty solid fucking logic.
Like, tow truck, Breaking Bad, side of the police station size magnet, sure, it's not portable, but, I mean, it's not a bad idea.
No, it's not. Speaking of tow trucks, well, it's not a tow truck, but it was the fire truck thing that she stole in the beginning, or the crane.
Yeah.
Like, I think the crash scene for that crane was fucking dope. Like, I loved that he like dropped the crane thing in the fucking in the manhole.
In the manhole.
Yeah, and then it just like snapped the shit and flipped it. Like, I loved that. Like, I thought that was really neat. Kind of off topic.
Yeah, that was my thought too. Cool. When I was rewatching it, I was like, oh, this is actually a really well done chase scene.
Yeah.
It's definitely better than the one in the second Terminator, which may not be a popular opinion for a lot of people, but I mean, like you said, the destruction was cool. The manhole and the way it just leveled, like destroyed that truck was actually really impressive.
And I even liked like the tackiness of like him smacking into the fucking windshield of that fire truck that was driving by when he was hanging on the crane. Like, I thought that was really fucking funny.
Yeah, that's another thing about this movie. Talk about like cheese, man. It's got some moments, doesn't it?
It definitely fucking does. Like, the part, like him in these fucking glasses, okay? Like, like always trying to find a different pair of glasses, and like when he pops up and his intro is like he goes into the strip, the ladies' night, and there's a fucking male stripper, and he's like, take off your clothes. and then the glasses he pulls out are like ridiculous fucking starred glasses. I like that. I liked the whole the glasses theme throughout the entirety of these.
Yeah, like each time his glasses break, he always has to find another pair. The only one he didn't keep on was the ridiculous, like you said, pink sunglasses from the stripper.
Yeah, he like put them on and then like took them off. Like, nah, too tough for this shit.
Then of course you have like the great one-liners like talk to the hand.
Yes. Yes. Or like I liked the moment where like fuck John was acting like kind of freaking out and being like, I don't want to be this, and da, 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 da. They're like in the place where he thought his mom was buried, and they found all the guns and everything, and he's like basically like bitching out, and he just like chokes him and picks him up off the ground, and he's like, fuck you stupid robots, and he's like, that's better. And like drops him and says that anger is, I think he said anger is more useful than despair, and then says that he like, you know, that psychology was one of his things. Like, I just found that choke, like him choking him out, to be like, that's better. Let's choke this bitch assness right out of you.
2020 version just has him saying, hello daddy, harder.
Hello daddy. Ooh, I like that. I like a rub.
Drops him out of confusion.
He's okay. I also don't. In the beginning, I just feel like John is like, he was such a badass kid and just like knew all these things and was just like ready to go, and now he's just like this PTSD ridden adult. And like, I mean, I can understand, because like that's some crazy fucked up shit to fucking happen, but like you'd think he would have still maintained some of that like composure.
Yeah, he definitely kept a lot of the skills and abilities, but I think it's just like he does crack in this movie in particular when it starts like going down, because he knows that it is the end times and he's supposed to be this great resistance leader, and it's kind of, I would at least think, like part PTSD, part imposter syndrome, maybe, where he's not ready for it and he doesn't think he's the right guy for the job, but everyone's told him his entire life that's who he is.
I could see how that would be, like unnerving and shit like that. Like, I mean, you are right. I think I'm just accustomed to like when it is like a leadership role, I feel like people are really quick to be like, oh, I'm badass and I got this and I could do it and da 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 da. And like, but instead, I guess that is more realistic. But I just thought it was.
Instead, he's like, "Are you fucking kidding me? She's shooting like electric cannons at us. You're an old clunky unit. We're being chased down. You're telling me I'm gonna marry this fucking woman? She doesn't even like me.
We're fucked. We're absolutely fucked.
I'm out, man. I'm out. I'm tired of this. I'm gonna do it. I'm out,
dude. And the fucking psychologist that was like in the psych ward with his mom, like when he popped up to like talk to her after the whole guns in the coffin fucking thing, I fucking died. Like, I was just like, yes, and he's like having a whole flashback moment while he's trying to talk to her.
Yeah, I definitely like the shots of her in the hospital. They did a great job with that, and like the action, especially with her beating the guy with the broom handle.
Fuck yeah, she beat the shit out. I was like, she's a fucking badass. That was something that I mentioned in the first one, or about the second one, was that his mom was a fucking badass.
Oh yeah, that's the second movie. Totally separate thing altogether.
Sorry, we got a little off kilter, but that psychologist, like I said, he shows back up in the third one, which I thought was neat that they utilized him again.
Do you have any more closing thoughts about the TX or Terminator 3?
I just feel like she was real fucking flashy. Like I said, I mean, the upgrades were cool. Like, all the things that she could do was really fucking dope. Like, I liked it, but I feel like I like the interactions, how the interactions played out more in the second one than I do the third one.
Yeah, my only complaint really about the TX as a Terminator is that she had a little too many weapons to go back with. I mean, like you said, I know it's flashy and it's supposed to be the Terminator's Terminator, and it did bring a lot more like creativity to the kills and what you could do with her, but I didn't enjoy it as much just because it felt a little too convenient, I suppose, to have all this readily available stuff.
Agreed. Convenience is yeah. Yeah.
But you know it is convenient. That's following me on Twitter at Cody Has Coffee and Robots Don't Age. Kiani, where can they follow you?
You can follow me at Abundant Studio on TikTok as well as Instagram. And if you would like your very own personal vibe check cosmic being painting, you know what I'm saying? You could get one of those at abundantstudio.com, as well as prints of all my other work and original pieces and any other custom piece you might like.
This has been Robots Don't Age. Thank you for listening, everybody.
Thanks, guys.